Okay guys, next progression here. You just learned first you learned the just general footwork, different styles of climbs and pinching the rope. We transition to the footlock pull-up to practice making sure your grip is good, your arms are straight, proper technique. You can take that same progression and apply it to a rope. You're just not holding on to the pull-up bar now. Now what you need to do is basically reach as high as you can. Obviously one hand over the other, but close together, okay? And from here, just from a standing position, you can practice that same thing by getting those knees up, making your pinch. Arms are straight, if you notice, and then I will stand up, okay? So you could do that same drill on here. It's gonna be a little harder because you're holding onto the rope versus the pull-up bar, but this would be kind of the next progression. So you can kind of do the same thing as a modification for rope climbs if you still don't have them yet. You can use this style as well. So to get to the next step, we're going to basically repeat the process that we're doing, okay? So when you guys are first learning rope climbs, don't worry about jumping into it. I kind of see that a lot where people do this like running start and they go and jump and they end up catching the rope and they're 2 inches off the ground and they just did all this energy to make this big jump and it really didn't do them much good. So especially in the beginning, I would practice just getting your arms, kind of get on your tippy toes, reach with your arms straight as high as you can, okay? You're gonna go up, make your pinch. You're gonna stand up, okay? So now I'm stood up, I'm pinched. I'm kind of in this bottom position, okay? I'm gonna repeat the process. So all I need to do, okay, is reach as high as I possibly can from this position with my feet still locked in. I'll let my feet go and I'll go up again, okay? And I will do this as many times as I need to until I hit that 15-foot mark. So again, like what I talked about in the last video, the higher the pinches, okay, the more you're gaining every pull, okay? Which means the less times you're getting up there. One more component to that is when you go to reach up as high as you can again, make sure you're actually reaching as high as you can. I see this all the time as well, where people will pull up and then they'll reach up kind of with these arms bent versus another 6 or 8 inches because they didn't reach as high as they could. So I'm sure those of you that have done rope climbs before, you've gotten to that point where you're only, 4 or 5 inches away from the top and you have to do another little pull to make the touch. Super annoying, I know. But you can kind of eliminate those things by getting your knees up as high as you can and then reaching as high as you can. So let me just demo that real quick. Hopefully I stay in the camera. But I'm gonna reach as high as I can. I'm gonna get my feet up. I'm gonna stand, and then I'm gonna reach as high as I can. And I will repeat this process, and I'm not gonna do it yet because you'll just go out of camera. You won't see me anyways. But maybe I'll make a quick video just to show you kind of a whole climb to see what that looks like. But that's kind of the idea. So if you're still working that progression and you're too scared or not comfortable yet to go to the top, nothing wrong with that. Maybe do 1 pull to start, like I showed you, and then do 2 pulls, come down, 2 pulls, come down, and then 3, and then eventually work your way all the way to the top, okay? Now in terms of the way down, all you're doing is you're keeping your same grip that you had, okay? And you're just gonna loosen that up just a hair to let the rope actually slide between your feet, okay? And that still creates some friction, so it's not all arms on the way down. And then you're literally gonna go hand over hand on the way down, okay? Now, for those of you that see me rope climb, you have to be really comfortable with this and take some practice with it. But essentially what I do is I completely let go of the rope and I slide down majority of the way, probably 3/4 of the way before I grab the rope again. And then I'm only a few feet off the ground and I'll let go from there and jump down to the ground. Obviously that's way, way faster and way, way more efficient, but it could be a little scary if you're not used to it and dangerous if you're not used to it. So if you're gonna practice that, obviously practice it, much closer to the ground until you get comfortable with that. And when I do that, I'm actually still kind of hovering the rope. I'm not like going like this. I'm still, the rope's still there if I need to grab it. But that's kind of my 2 cents on how to rope climb. I'll show you a couple demos real quick at the end of this video, just so you can kind of see what that looks like.